The former Brexit Party leader said enough is enough after Scotland's First Minister told SNP conference delegates Britain should be a place of sanctuary for Gazan refugees. Nigel Farage has criticised Humza Yousaf's call for Britain to take in Palestinian refugees fleeing the conflict between Israel and Hamas. Scotland's First Minister urged the UK government and international community to establish a refugee resettlement programme and offer support for the medical evacuation of civilians during a speech on Tuesday, October 17. Mr Farage, asked by GB News what he thought of Mr Yousaf saying Scotland is open to refugees from Gaza, said, "Well, it might be for him, but I don't suppose for one moment it is for the majority of Scottish people. Look, since the Brexit referendum we've taken over 500,000. They've come from Syria, they've come from Afghanistan, they've come from Hong Kong, they've come from Ukraine, and we keep being told, well, these are exceptional circumstances. Here's yet another exceptional circumstance, in Gaza. So firstly, in terms of sheer numbers, we've just got to say enough's enough." Mr Yousaf was keen not to put a number on how many refugees the UK could take when he made his speech at the SNP conference, but said, "The world should be involved, those in the Middle East, those in Asia, those in America, those in Europe and, of course, those in the UK. Many people in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland open their hearts, open their homes to refugees from Ukraine, to refugees from Syria. We're a generous country. Let's show that generosity of spirit again for those that need to leave, that don't have a home. Let's say that the UK, let's say that Scotland, will be a place of sanctuary for them." Hostilities between Israel and Hamas ramped up after gunmen attacked Israelis more than a week ago, with Mr Yousaf's parents-in-law visiting family in Gaza at the time. Mr Yousaf and his wife, Nadia El Nakla, have been candid about their fears for the safety of Elizabeth and Majid, as well as extended family in the area. Mr Farage went on to say Britain should follow Egypt and Saudi Arabia, which he said he both refused to accept refugees from the Gaza Strip. Calls for a humanitarian corridor for Palestinians who want to flee Gaza have drawn a blunt reaction from Arab neighbors, with Egypt and Jordan both warning against Palestinians being forced off their land. The response from Cairo and Amman is indicative of Arab fears Israel's latest war with Hamas in the Palestinian territory may spark an exodus which might end in the Palestinians losing land they have long wanted for a future state. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has said, "This is the cause of all causes, the cause of all Arabs. It is important that the Palestinian people remain steadfast and present on their land." To Palestinians, the idea of fleeing or being driven off their land echoes the Nakba, meaning catastrophe, when many fled or were forced from their homes in the 1948 war which accompanied the creation of Israel. Israel maintains it did not drive Palestinians out, but was attacked by 5 Arab states after its creation. Saudi Arabia is one of the largest donors to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East, having pledged more than £822 million, $1 billion, to UNRWA in the last decade alone.